You know, about once a month, I get tempted to bring Groudon to the ranked ladder, and usually I don't give in to that because it tends to go a little bit rough, but you know what? We're going to do it. We're giving in to the temptation today. We are bringing Groudon to the Reg G ranked ladder. We're going to try to squeak in some Reg G matches here before the format switches at the end of this month. So we got Groudon here with an Assault Vest, and what we're going to do is we're going to use that Assault Vest to patch up our special defense, and we're going to be playing a bit of a bulkier set on this Groudon because obviously we got that Assault Vest, but we got a lot of HP investment on this thing, and honestly, I find when I run Clear Amulet Groudon, it doesn't take special attacks the best, so we're going to try to get around that today. So, what do we have? Well, for starters, we also have Body Press, because you know what? If we're not running a Clear Amulet, at least this helps get around Intimidate a little bit. That said, we'll find out. We have Body Press, Precipice Blades, Heat Crash, and High Horsepower. Now, we do have to worry about getting burned, so we do have Terrifier to prevent that. That'll also give Heat Crash a little bit of extra damage because, you know, Fire-type stab, and plus Groudon naturally sets the sun anyway, so Heat Crash is going to be doing a lot of damage. We have Precipice Blades to play with my feelings and emotions and put them through a blender. So yeah, we do have Precipice Blades to see if it hits, but we also do have High Horsepower for some single target ground type damage in case we run into Wide Guard. As far as the rest of the team goes here, we have Mienshao with a Focus Sash and Terra Dark. Honestly, I just put out a short about this not too long ago. I think Mienshao is going to be really strong going into Regulation I, and I'm kind of surprised I haven't tried it out for Reg G, but here we are. We have Mienshao here with Inner Focus to make sure that we are Fake Out proof and also Intimidate proof. We have Close Combat to do some massive damage. We have Fake Out here to try to disrupt our opponents. We have Wide Guard to get around spread moves. And finally, we have Coaching, because you know what? If we're going to be boosting up Groudon's attack stat and we're also going to be running Body Press, we might as well be boosting up that defense stat so that Body Press also benefits from getting an extra damage output there, because you know Body Press uses the defense stat. So we do have Coaching there, and because we're playing Coaching, we're going to bring some more physical attackers. So we have Ogerpon Heartflame here, which, you know, it's going to be fun because we do have Terra Fire, Ivy Cudgel, which will benefit from the sun. We'll have Coaching to further boost up Ogerpon. And you know what? We got Woodhammer to really bonk him if we want. We have Incineroar for some disruption. We have a Will-O-Wisp set with knockoff. So the lack of Flare Blitz is a little bit counterproductive, but I kind of want to throw him for a loop and just throw the Will-O-Wisp. And plus, having knockoff to remove items is going to be great, especially for dealing with Ice Riders with Clear Amulets of their own. So that could be relatively nice. We'll see how we make out without Flare Blitz. This thing might change out for another Incineroar. But for now, we have knockoff, Will-O-Wisp, Fake Out, and Parting Shot. We have Flutter Mane with Choice Specs right here with Terra Fairy to double up on our damage. We have both Dazzling Gleam and Moonblast. We have Shadow Ball, and we have Icy Wind. And finally, we have Terra Fairy, Leftovers, Calm Mind, Raging Bolt with Thunderclap, Thunderbolt, Dragon Pulse, and Calm Mind. Now, I gotta make sure I don't accidentally click Thunderclap instead of Thunderbolt and vice versa, but it should be okay. Now, one thing I will point out too, this team doesn't really have much options to use Protect, so we're going to be relying on Fake Out and Follow Me a lot. But that said, I got this under 5 minutes. Let's hit the ladder finally. God, I hope this isn't a train wreck. Okay, we've got Lunala with Gastrodon, Hydreigon, Hitmonlee. Oh, that is spicy Hitmonlee. We got Mimikyu and Cinderace joining the Moon protagonist. So, yeah, this is going to be fun. All right, what do I want to do? Well, I don't dislike the Body Press. Now, I wonder if that's normal gem, Fake Out, Unburdened, Hitmonlee, which, I mean, that could be spicy, but you know what? We also have a Fake Out of our own, so we might do something like that. I think we're going to lead Mienshao. I think, honestly, I think Raging Bolt looks really nice too. I think Raging Bolt might be okay here if we get a Calm Mind boost up. Flutter Mane might not be the worst either. Actually, you know what? I think we're going to go Ogerpon, Mienshao. We'll bring Groudon in the back. Ogerpon definitely scares off that Gastrodon, which is nice. And Specs Flutter Mane could be really spicy, but I kind of want to get Raging. Ooh, you know what? Specs Flutter Mane dealing with Lunala might not be the worst thing either. You know what? I think we're going to go Mienshao Flutter Mane. And then that way we're leading anti-Fake Out right here for that Hitmonlee potentially. I think we bring the Ogerpon and Groudon in the back. And if they don't lead Hitmonlee, I could always just switch out Flutter and go for the coaching into Groudon or Ogerpon. Like, honestly, getting them set up really quick would be nice, especially since Lunala will have Shadow Shield. And I doubt you stay base typing in front of Flutter Mane here. So you know what? We got our anti fake out tech right here. And what we could do is actually, I think what I can do, I kind of want to fake out into the Lunala thinking they're going to Terra and Dazzling Gleam them. Oh, I hope this works. I really hope this works. We'll go for the Razzle Dazzle. We'll try to get the fake out. No, they stay their base typing. Okay, you know what? That's fair. There's the fake out tech into my Mienshao, which doesn't matter. There's Dazzling Gleam. Now, they were Sash. They were not Normal Gem. And Trick Room's probably going up, which is not good. Oh, Meteor Beam. Okay. Okay, you know what? Yeah, fair enough. Get a special attack boost, that's for sure. I was honestly expecting Fake Out Trick Room, but you know what? Fair enough. What I could do here is I could just preserve Mienshao and go for a nice little Groudon swap right here. We can go for the Dazzling Gleam. We'll pick up Hitmonlee. And honestly, this is going to hurt a lot more now that Lunala's Shadow Shield is broken. I was really hoping they were going to go Terra Fairy, open themselves up to a Fake Out, get stunned, and then get their Shadow Shield broken by the Fake Out. But you know what? Nothing ventured, nothing gained. We do have an Assault Vest Groudon on the field here. We're going to get our Photosynthesis boost into Flutter Mane. Not that it matters. It's the fastest thing on the field to begin with. But Sucker Punch. Okay. You know what? Wasn't expecting Sucker Punch, but sure. Sure. Whoa! That's a Blizzard. What is this Lunala? What? Okay. Okay. I was not expecting Blizzard off of Lunala and Meteor Beam. Props to my opponent. That's actually wild. Now, Hitmonlee's probably fast enough to take out Groudon. Yeah, okay. Alright. We're gonna Terra Fire. We're gonna bonk the Lunala. Oh, what? What is this team? What actually is this team? Yeah, okay. You know what? I really do like that Hitmonlee. I think that's really cool tech. You don't see Hitmonlee very often. Yeah, Hitmonlee's gonna... Oh, they do not knock out Groudon. We're gonna get a full-powered Ivy Cudgel off into Lunala. And Groudon should be... Oh, we get a critical hit, too. I don't know if that necessarily mattered, but Groudon's going to be in a nice position where it'll be able to take out Hitmonlee now. So my opponent does get both their Pokemon in, but no more Sucker Punch off of Hitmonlee, no more Fake Out Pressure, which is going to be relatively nice. Ogerpon should be in a comfortable position here. So depending on what they bring in, whether it's Gastrodon or Hydreigon or Mimikyu, like Ogerpon can do some decent damage. Mimikyu's coming in here, which, you know what? Probably a Shadow Sneak. And Gastrodon too. Okay, you know what? Fair enough. I do not think Groudon lives this turn, though. I think Groudon goes down to either a Shadow Sneak or maybe my opponent goes for a Trick Room. That said, I think we just click Ivy Cudgel into Gastrodon in case they decide they want to Terra into something that resists grass. So we are going to get Terrestrialization over my opponent. If it's Mimikyu, I'm going to be really sad here, but it's not. It's Gastrodon. Flying. Okay, you know what? Fair enough. They did resist grass, so I'm A-okay with that. Now, if they protect, that's going to be really disappointing. There is the Shadow Sneak, which I kind of figured we were going to see, but fair enough. Groudon had 9 HP. Ogerpon's coming in clutch here. We don't even have the coaching boost, which is nice too, but we're going to get the Cudgel off. We can bonk Gastrodon pretty hard with this, especially with a Sun Boost. Yeah, that's just a straight up knockout. Rough start with the Fake Out, but silver lining, what I could do here is I can just start clicking Coaching into Mimikyu, or not Mimikyu, into Ogerpon, because I can't hit this thing. So we're just going to hit the Ivy Cudgel into the Mimikyu. We'll get a defense boost into Ogerpon, which is going to be very important because, you know, Ogerpon's the only way to be able to hit Mimikyu. So we'll hit it with the Cudgel. We'll take that attack boost and the Sun Boost. Not that it's going to matter because it has Disguise this turn, but if they go Trick Room, that's fine. The defense boost is going to come in clutch for Ogerpon. Ogerpon just has to hit it one more time, and we're going to be fine. Mimikyu just goes for a straight play rough, no Trick Room, so no speed inversion. And I mean, Mienshao is a glass cannon, so I had no doubt in my mind Mienshao was going down there. But I couldn't hit it anyways. I didn't have knockoff, so fair enough. Fair enough. Meteor Beam, Blizzard, Lunala, that was wild. And honestly, I was really expecting hard Trick Room, but we didn't take that. So, you know what? That's fine, because this team is a little bit on the speedier side, so we did wrap it up in about... The game only lasted about 6 turns, roughly, because, I mean, I'm pretty sure that was my 5th turn of Sun, but you know what? All's well that ends well, I guess. Ogerpon did what it needed to do. Groudon just kind of did nothing, but you know what? We got rid of that Hitmonlee. That's something, right? Yeah. Really cool team by my opponent. I really cannot stress that enough. Yeah, really cool team. I cannot believe I took that Blizzard. Anyways, moving on. Awesome, good game to my opponent. Now, moving on. All right. We got an opposing Groudon. We also got Venusaur, which I'll have to be very careful about Sleep Powder with. But Fake Out Cudgel could be nice. Honestly, we got Groudon, Tinglu, Venusaur, Farigiraf, Grimmsnarl, and Walking Wake. Now, Raging Bolt's not going to have a good time against that Tinglu, but Flutter Mane will. Yeah, Flutter Mane will have a really good time against that Venusaur, and on top of that, Flutter Mane's going to be faster in the sun, so I don't dislike the potential Icy Wind. I could just hard Shadow Ball, though, too. Yeah, we could do that. I mean, Mienshao, Flutter Mane could be okay. Ogerpon could be okay too. Like, I don't think plus, yeah, because Chlorophyll at -1, I don't think that's undersped by Ogerpon, but I think that does do a lot of damage. I think we bring Groudon in the back, and I think we bring Mienshao, actually. I think we leave Incineroar on the bench. Now, screen support from Grimmsnarl could disrupt this a lot, but I mean, if I get coaching off into Groudon or Ogerpon, like, we're going to be in an okay time. We'll have an okay time that way. We'll definitely see, though. Either way, regardless of the outcome of this match, some Groudon wins. Whether it's mine or theirs, I don't know. But we got Walking Wake and Grimmsnarl coming out here. Alright, so you know what? Hard Dazzling Gleam could be nice. Hard Moonblast could be nice. I don't really love the Walking Wake into my Ogerpon, but I mean, I do love doing damage to that Grimmsnarl and getting it off the field. So I think maybe what we do here is we go for the Grimmsnarl instead. We Dazzling Gleam with Flutter Mane. Take advantage of the fact that we have specs. And if they decide to switch Groudon in, like, I mean, I get a lot of damage off into them. Now, if they Parting Shot, that can be spicy. Yeah, Parting Shot can be spicy, but I can undo it with Ogerpon or Flutter Mane, really, because I'll have the specs to counteract one special attack drop, and Ogerpon can always Terrestrialize and get an attack boost, so it's not bad, but it's not bad by any means. Now, I'm thinking this is Walking Wake, yeah. Terra Water, you know what? Fair enough. Boost up the power of your Hydro Steam, sure. I can definitely take that. I definitely love hitting you with a... hey, look at that. Parting Shot. But I'm specs, so I am going to get some good damage off. And plus, Ogerpon Ogerpon getting to hit a potential Groudon switch is going to be great. Ooh, it's Farigiraf instead. You know what? Even better. Even better. I do like getting that Dazzling Gleam off. I do like getting some chunk, or like some damage chunked out of that Farigiraf. And the Ivy Cudgel is going to hurt. And that's a critical hit. Nice. Okay. We do have that. We have a little bit of chip out of Walking Wake. There's the Hydro Steam. Now, Ogerpon's neutral. Oh, this is in the Flutter Mane. Okay, you know what? Fair enough. Ouch. But, here's the thing. I can Wood Hammer. I don't think Walking Wake appreciates that. Yeah. What do I want to do with Flutter, though? Do I just kind of want to let it... You know what? Late game speed might be important. I'm going to bring in Mienshao. And I'm going to Wood Hammer right into the Walking Wake. Now, if they go into Ogerpon instead, Wood Hammer should be fine. I think Groudon's going to be their last Mon, and they can't Terastallize, which is nice. Now, that's fine. I have Mienshao. Snarl is fine. Snarl is definitely fine. I have Close Combat. I have Wood Hammer. Honestly, Close Combat's probably going to be really nice. Ooh, you know what? We're going to do this. We're going to fake out Grimmsnarl. We're just going to bonk the Walking Wake. Yeah, I think we're okay with that. And plus, getting my speed reset on Flutter Mane is going to be nice. Like, there's no screens up right now, so I don't have to worry about damage reduction. If they're Covert Cloak, that's going to be sad. It's not good. Goodbye, Walking Wake. Hello, Ogerpon. Nice. Okay. I think what I do, I think I Spiky Shield and I Coaching. Yeah, I think that's what I do here. And it was Groudon, so you know what? Fair enough. Okay, I think I Coaching, and I think I just hard Wood Hammer into the... Oh, there's Thunder Wave. Okay, you know what? Fair enough. I'm still going to be neutral to Precipice Blades. Like, Heat Crash is probably going to hurt, but Ogerpon might be okay here at +1 defense. Maybe. I don't know. I feel like I'm going to be being kind of generous with that 95. Oh, it's Precipice Blades. You know what? That's fair. No, I lied. That sucks. Yeah, that sucks. Okay, you know what? Wide Guard would have been great there. Yeah, I should have just clicked the Wide Guard. That said, I think I just Moonblast into the Groudon. Yeah, I think I just Moonblast into Groudon here, potentially. And I think I just... Yeah, I don't even think I get to Terra this game. And that's okay with me, to be honest. I think I just go Precipice Blades, and I think I Moonblast. I think what's going to happen, though, is I think a Prankster Thunder Wave is going to go into Flutter Mane. Unfortunately, I'm not Terra Dark. I'm Terra Fairy. But Precipice Blades could miss. Or Thunder Wave could miss, because Thunder Wave's like 90 accuracy. It's not a full 100. But honestly, I think this has been a decent game so far. Like, we got a Groudon mirror. It's always fun to see a Groudon mirror, except when it's not. There's Protect. We got Protect off Groudon. We got Precipice Blades. There's Light Screen. I am Specs, though, which is going to be nice. My Assault Vest is not going to be doing me any favors, but I mean, that's fine. Let's see right here. How much damage are we going to do to Grimmsnarl? If any at all. Grimmsnarl avoided. So no damage to Grimmsnarl, but let's see right here. We saw Parting Shot. We saw Fake Out. We saw Light Screen. I wouldn't be surprised if Reflect was the last move. Or no, we saw Thunder Wave. So you know what? They have no Reflect. We might be able to claw it back with my Groudon. It's just gonna be a lot of hope. Wait, we gotta hope we can just do enough damage. Yeah. I gotta get Grimmsnarl off the field because I don't want to deal with Precipice Blades. Not Precipice Blades, Parting Shot, reducing my attack. Now, they might just assume I'm... No, they didn't. I was gonna say, they might just assume I'm Clear Amulet. Unless they're Assault Vested as well. Goodbye, Grimmsnarl. Now, Body Press might be actually nice. I'm gonna connect my Precipice Blades. That did not a lot. They're gonna connect theirs. How much did they do to me? Oh, they do way more to me. but here's the thing. I'm at -1 attack. That's also why. Okay, I'm just gonna try a Body Press, whereas I'm at neutral defense. Like, that might be okay. It might. Nope. I am hard wrong, but I'm gonna dodge that Precipice Blades. Okay. Alright, let's click my Precipice Blades. Okay, you know what? There's hope. There's hope. There's Fire Punch out of them. Ooh, that's a lot. Sun is gone. Alright. I think if I can live a second oh, I think that's it. If I can live this, I should be able to clean up. No, I don't. Okay. That sucks. That does suck, but very close game. Groudon Mirror. Like I said at the beginning of that, depending on who, doesn't matter who won, Groudon won. You know what? If I had gone for Wide Guard with Mienshao instead of coaching, we would have been perfectly okay. Like, I would have taken out that, I would have taken out the Groudon with the Wood Hammer, or I would have put it in KO range. So, you know what? Nothing wrong with that. It was just a bad timing on my end for Wide Guard. Like, honestly, I was kind of worried if maybe Heat Crush, or, well, I guess in this case, Fire Punch. I was kind of worried Fire Punch might have came out into Ogerpon, so maybe what the optimal play might have been is Terra Fire, Wide Guard, Ivy Cudgel / Wood Hammer. Go from there. The attack boost definitely would have covered me there. But anyways, that's it for that match. Good game to my opponent. Okay, we got Miraidon, Walking Wake, Incineroar, Amoonguss, Urshifu, and Iron Hands. Okay, so Walking Wake is a spicy thing to see. Now, I don't have a means of disrupting the terrain, which is gonna suck. But I am Assault Vested, which is nice. Okay, I think what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to lead Mienshao and Groudon. I think we're going to try to get the coaching tech off immediately. Flutter Mane in the back is going to be really nice. And honestly, if they set electric terrain for me, I don't dislike the fact that I can get around a Amoonguss and not have to worry about Spore. Yeah, I think that's okay. I think we bring Ogerpon. Yeah, I think we do that. Actually, what I could do, I think I lead Ogerpon Mienshao. I think I bring Flutter in the back. I think that's what I do here. Because here's what I'm thinking. I can always go for Follow Me or Spiky Shield with Ogerpon. If I'm worried about getting doubled up by Miraidon and whatever comes in, I can always protect with Spiky Shield, coaching, get that attack boost and the defense boost, and go from there. Now, it's going to be Incineroar and Miraidon instead. So, not great. But what I could do, I can fake out the Miraidon potentially and go from there. Yeah, I think I'm going to fake out into the Miraidon slot and honestly, I really like the idea of pivoting into Groudon here. Getting the attack drop off, or getting the, yeah, undoing the attack drop is going to be nice. Getting Groudon in is going to be handy as well. If they Terra Miraidon, great. That'll leave Incin open, which is nice. Now, I'm going to be putting the Assault Vest to a lot. I'm going to be testing the limits of this Assault Vest here, but you know what? Precipice Blades is going to be nice. Now, with their Cloak, I'm going to be disappointed, but yeah, there's just a fake open with Groudon. Miraidon Flinch, it's not Cloak. I'm going to Coaching right here, and I think what I do here is I go for the Precipice Blades, try to get the damage off, try to get rid of Incineroar. And, you know, +1 attack and defense is going to be nice. There's the Terra, which, you know what, blatantly obvious. But, I mean, you got to do it. Terra Electric, though. Huh. Volt Switch, maybe? Yeah, maybe Volt Switch. But, you know what? Okay. Mienshao is sashed. So that's fine. And I love the idea of potentially hitting Incineroar with a +1 Precipice Blades. Now, if I miss, that's not great either. But that's okay. Depending on who's coming in, if they eat this +1 Precipice Blades, great. Walking Wake comes in here. Fair enough. +1 attack, +1 defense. That's going to be really handy. They are speed booster Walking Wake. We're going to get Groudon boosted up here, and depending on how much damage we do, this is going to be great. Who did I miss? Walking Wake. Okay, you know what? That's fine. Incineroar doesn't get to do anything. I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. Getting Flutter Mane in is going to be handy, too. Alright, there's Urshifu. I can't protect in front of this thing, but that doesn't matter. Okay, so, do I want a Coaching again, or do I want to potentially take a Sucker Punch? You know what? I want a Coaching. I want a Coaching, and I want to Precipice Blades again. I love the idea of this. I love having Terra Fairy walk Flutter Mane in the back too. Yeah, you know what? That's fine. No Sucker Punch off the Urshifu, so I mean, I'm gonna lose Mienshao. Close combat would have been great, but I mean, I didn't do that. I did that instead. But you know what? Fair enough. There's Wicked Blow. I'm gonna get Ogerpon back. I'm going to get Flutter Mane in, and Terra Fairy boosted Dazzling Gleam looks great for the spread option. And plus, what I can do if I'm worried about the Sucker Punch is I can Follow Me. Honestly, that's probably what I need to do. I probably need to Follow Me, take advantage of the fact that I'm Specs and able to do massive damage with Fairy type attacks. Their Life Orb on the Walking Wake, which is great. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to lock in that Dazzling Gleam. I'm going to Follow Me. And this way, too, if they try to Sucker Punch, they can't. If they Hydro Steam into Ogerpon, well, they're going to eat that. And plus, Specs boosted Dazzling Gleam off Terra Fairy is going to hurt Miraidon. Like, it's going to do a lot to Miraidon. I really don't mind that at all. Now, do I think this is sashed Urshifu? Absolutely, I do. Or it's Choice Bandit, which, you know what? If it's Bandit, it's locked into Wicked Blow, which is going to hurt. But, I mean, I can deal with it. Maybe. Nope, there's Sucker Punch, so that's gotta be Sash. But, I mean, Ogerpon's gonna basically save Flutter Mane right here. We're gonna nail it. Bye-bye, Walking Wake. Bye-bye. Way too many buys for that song, but yeah, alright. Bye. I can't sing. But you know what, that's fine. The nice thing here, too, is Flutter Mane able to do a lot of damage. I'm fairly certain Dazzling Gleam is going to be really handy here, and plus, I can always just Follow Me. If Miraidon has a spread move, I mean, it's going to want to use it. Oh, there's Detect off Urshifu. You know what? That's expected. Not gonna lie, but I'm locked into Dazzling Gleam anyway, so you know what? Fair enough. Honestly, Draco Meteor would be hilarious if that's what goes into Ogerpon. How much damage am I going to do we think? Not enough to knock out, but good enough. Ooh, Electro Ball. Don't see that every day. But you know what? I like that. I like that a lot. Now, Flutter Mane's going to get slower because the sun's gone. But you know what? So, I mean, Miraidon is... Miraidon's losing its Hadron Engine boost. So, you know what? That's fair enough. Fair enough. Ogerpon will go for the Follow Me. Flutter Mane is still faster than Urshifu. This will knock out Miraidon. So, we're in a very good position here. Like, Ogerpon's just playing defensive with Follow Me. That's all we need. Ogerpon took the Electro Ball with the terrain. Like, this is going to be fun. Yeah, that did nothing. And this just cleans right up. Like, goodbye. Yes, goodbye. That's really all I had to say for those two right there. Like, getting that Specs boost to Dazzling Gleam definitely helped. Unfortunately, Groudon didn't really get to do much, but I mean, Groudon was in a really bad position. I mean, Walking Wake, yeah, like, unless you have something to resist that, like, Sun Boosted Hydro Steam, like, it is going to be doing a lot of damage if you're, if it's super effective against you. Like, I mean, obviously that's how the game works, but the thing is, like, the Assault Vest probably didn't matter at the end of the day because I was still Ground type. And really with, like, if I was Terra Grass, it could have been a little bit better, but I mean, I want to try not to get burned, so I mean, I kind of need that. Anyways, though, Ogerpon and Flutter Mane came through in the end. Mienshao and Groudon, unfortunately, they didn't, but it worked out for me. Good game to my opponent. Hey, thank you guys so much for checking out this Assault-Vested Groudon and Mienshao team. Wasn't a train wreck. Yeah, it wasn't a train wreck, but I mean, it probably could have been a little bit better. But hey, we played in an absolutely insane Lunala team with Hitmonlee, which just absolutely trolled me. But we were able to pull it back at the end of the day. Like, we were able to take out the Hitmonlee with our Groudon. Groudon didn't really do a whole lot, but Ogerpon definitely came in clutch. Ogerpon ended up getting boosted up with coaching, which was great because, I mean, Groudon ate a Blizzard, Flutter Mane ate a Meteor Beam, and Flutter Mane also took a Sucker Punch, which was not great. We also got to play a really close Groudon mirror, which honestly, props to my opponent for that game, like right there. Definitely helped that they had the parting shot and they went for it. If they hadn't, my Precipice Blades would have did probably enough damage to make that a much more assuring matchup. But unfortunately, they just figured I guess they just got a lucky guess and just figured I wasn't Clear Amulet with it. But anyways, point is, they were able to reduce my damage output, which definitely flipped the matchup in their favor. Although it was pretty close. If I had dodged Precipice Blades, because I did dodge a few of them, I was probably within range to get the KO with my Precipice Blades. So, I mean, that really could have gone either way. And then finally, we ended up playing against Miraidon, and yes, Groudon also went down. Groudon also did go down there. But we ended up playing against Walking Wake, which, you know what? Props to them. Like, we played 2 different Walking Wakes today, and you know what? It's kind of nice to be able to see Walking Wake from time to time, because honestly, I feel like Walking Wake is one of those Pokemon where it has the potential, but you just see it kind of fall short a little bit, or in the bare minimum. That's how it usually is for me. Like, whenever I try to make Walking Wake work, I feel like I think I have the KO like lined up, and then I just fall short. And I feel like Walking Wake just kind of struggles a little bit compared to Gouging Fire and Raging Bolt in that sense. Speaking of Raging Bolt, unfortunately, we weren't able to do much with it today, but I mean, hey, Photosynthesis special attack boosting Raging Bolt, that was definitely probably enough to threaten some things with a Thunderclap. I don't know, maybe. But yeah, anyways. Back to my train of thought. We ended up playing up against Miraidon in that last game, and thankfully we were able to secure a situation where it was Ogerpon and Terra Fairy Specs Flutter Mane against Terra Electric Miraidon and Single Strike Urshifu, and we were able to just start doing some massive damage. And plus, we did have that Terra Fairy as a little bit of insurance to make sure that Dark type attacks weren't going to be neutral into Flutter Mane, because Flutter Mane doesn't have the best physical defense stat, in case anyone hasn't noticed. But that said, it worked out in the end. Thank you guys once again for checking out this team in action. Be sure to let me know what you think of it down in the comments below, and I will see you next time.